Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry Ray. We are still in Bizarro World with Rika, and the last episode was really that one really made you think, or at least it did for me. It really gave us some things to consider in regards to what is a perfect world, and also what is the world best suited for Rika. Obviously, Rika as a character is the only one that can really decide that, but from our perspective, or at least mine, my opinion is all that matters here, the world that we came from is the world to go for. Is it perfect? No, but it's ours. And I talked a little bit more about this, but to sum it up, the characters that we've come to know and love and appreciate and this and that, they are not here in this world. They are in the world that we came from. Everybody here will never be the same. Never, ever, ever. Experiences and tragedies and all of those don't exist here to shape and form them into the characters we know. So I'm gonna go full send on where we came from, and I think that's where we should go, which means Rika's got to kill her mama. And the sun rose again on another wonderful day for Rika Furude. She took her first step, her first small effort to become friends with her classmates again, and at home she was wrapped in her parents' love. And the sun brightening her wonderful day fell behind the mountains and disappeared. We're going back, right? We know what we got to do, right? I'm very worried all of a sudden. I don't know why. Are we actually... There's no way we're actually going to stay here. Wait, hold on. Long, long ago, there was a god who appeared before mankind. Bread rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that it was not meat. Meat rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that they preferred bread. And God descended down from the heavens. Until I know what will make you happy, water shall rain down. Water rained down from the heavens. All lamented that their clothes grew wet. Fire rained down from the heavens. All lamented that their homes burned down. God descended down from the heavens. Until I know what will make you happy, nothing shall rain down. Nothing rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that God had abandoned them. Many things rained down from the heavens. Some lamented that God would not make a choice. Huge rocks rained down from the heavens. At long last, there were none who lamented. Water rained down from the heavens. A passing traveler was grateful. God, thank you for the unexpected weather. With this, my journey will never be dull. God said nothing and watched him leave, and all for the best. Gods and dice should both be silent. Ha. Little bit of poetry to start this episode off, I see.
あら、私がわかりますか、リカちゃん?
What's happening here?
わかりますです。ここは。
After hearing that answer, the nurse burst out of the room in sheer surprise. How rude.
入江先生は
Ayo!
大至急呼んで、リカちゃんの意識が戻りましたって伝えてください。
Are we back? My head hurts. I think we're back. I think we
よか
are.
った。本当によかった。何があったか覚えてますか？
ここは診療所ですか？
そうです。あなたはお友達とhinamizawa沢へ帰る途中、事故に遭って頭部を強打し、このままもう意識が返ってこないのではないかと危ぶまれていました。
Wait, why didn't you send her to an actual hospital? This is just a clinic. Like why not like a big city hospital? This seemed very, very important. Life-threatening, if you will.
よかった。本当によかった。
Irie even had a few tears in his eyes as he spoke. I was still just a little scared. I wanted to make sure that this was the world I knew so well. So I mustered my courage and asked Irie.
お友達のみんなもとても心配していたんですよ。さとこちゃんはもちろん、前原さんもミオンさんもレナさんも。
Yep, everybody's accounted for.
残念ながらサトシ君はまだ目を覚ませる状態にはありませんが。
Yep, he's accounted for as well.
僕のお母さんは。
記憶がまだ少し混乱しているようですね。長く意識が戻らないとよくあることです。
死んでるのですか？
ええ、2年前の綿流しの日に眠っている間、 お母さんの夢を見ていたのですか？
I guess you could say that.
ありがとう。もういいのです。
Knowing that my mother is dead gives me a complex feeling, but there wasn't any doubt that this was the world I knew so well. And according to Irie, it had been a little over a month since the accident. After telling me he'd be right back, he scrambled out of the room. Left in my hospital room filled with the voices of cicadas, I could do nothing but wander through my vague memories for a time. I was fooling around on my bike while heading home from playing at the pool with everyone and got hit by a car, right? But the world I awoke to after that is still vivid in my mind. And this is my original world, and if it is, then I, after grappling with that difficult choice, I chose my old world and safely ended my long journey to return to it? Or was that all just a long dream I had, like Irie said, while I was in a coma from the accident? I didn't know. I mean...
いる？
Yeah, that's a good question. Before we find out, it is possible that could have been just a big-ass dream. I mean, we can't wake up, but we could still be dreaming, right? I don't know how comas work, but also, didn't Hanyu say, like, she witnessed what happened post-Rika death, as, you know, she could, and, well, she stated we died, right? Like, everybody was, you know, appalled and horrified and all that, because, well, they just witnessed their friend die. So could it be that this is a very similar world to the one that we left? Because this would be the first instance of us returning to a world, but I don't know. Again, it could have just been a dream. Who knows? And also my hospital comment, I mean, obviously Satoshi is, you know, kept in a basement here, you know, and he's kept alive and this and that. So I'm sure there's a equipment here that, you know, you would probably see in a hospital from this time period to, you know, keep people in an okay shape. But man, I feel like something like this, you would probably want to be transported to a big boy hospital or something. And there she is.
よかった。目覚めた時に、あんたが最初に見つからない世界は、本当に心細いんだから。
Okay, let's see her comments on that.
そんなこと、今までに一度だってありましたですか？いつだって、リカが目を覚ました時には、一番最初に目に入るのは、この僕なのですよ。
Hanyu speaks to me while wearing an affectionate expression, but her saying that at length just makes me remember the world of just a few moments ago. Because for the first time, Hanyu wasn't there when I woke up.
羽生、あの世界は夢だったの？それとも現実？リカの言っている意味がよくわかりませんのです。
It must have been a dream.
何かありましたのですか？
Which is possible. I mean, after 100 years or whatever amount of time of her doing the same shit over and over again, trying to get victory, I mean, would it not be weird if she had a dream, a very, very lengthy dream while she was, you know, knocked unconscious for a long period of time about, you know, entering a world that made no fucking sense? Maybe. But we also learn things. Like, we actually learn more about Hanyu, about, you know, how things came to be a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of a tricky one.
本気で言ってるの？リカが何の話をしているのか、僕にはわかりませんのです。
Unless we met another instance of Hanyu, maybe? Because we didn't really leave this world? I don't know. Was Hanyu playing dumb or was she telling the truth? I couldn't tell.
じゃあ、私がさっきまでいたあの世界は夢なの？夢です。
Okay. Hanyu answered immediately, and hearing that convinced me that Sinless World was no dream. Jesus Christ.
じゃあ、私はこの手でまさか。
My mother had the fragment. I shouldn't have been able to return to my original world without killing her. If I was here, that meant I had killed her. And then after I killed her, I had to kill myself like usual to send myself to the world of the gods. And conveniently, when I die, it goes back through my memories right before the event and tears them apart. So it was only natural that my memories of personally killing my mother didn't remain. Trembling, I look at the palms of my hands. They were pure white, pale, and bloodless. No, that was just it. That alone made me remember the feeling spread across my hands, that warm, sticky, slimy sensation. Ah, fuck, dude. My fragment welled up inside me. Something inside me was desperately holding back the memories of that alien world. Crying out for some reason, desperately holding them back. Because if they spilled out, they would surely swallow me whole.
Rika, 落ち着きなさいのです。
I don't think we can easily calm down about that. Yeah, that's a very big revelation. Hanyu put her hand to my forehead, and I felt as though something was grabbing my lungs in a fist. A sense of suffocation, like something was squeezing the breath out of me. But it was squeezing those feelings about to swallow me up too, and they couldn't come up any further. In exchange for the choking sensation, I gulped down the rising emotions, beginning to steadily regain my composure. Hanyu realized it and took her hand away. Yeah, I knew there were too many conflicts in that to be just a dream. But I do find things interesting to return to this world, or a world that is very similar.
落ち着きましたのですか？リカは長く眠っていましたから混乱しているのでしょう。しばらくは入江の言う通りお薬を飲んだりして静養するといいのです。
And she will always play dumb. And I think she needs to.
羽生、でも教えて。あの世界は本当に。
ほら、みんなが来ましたのですよ。僕はお邪魔でしょうから、しばらく姿を消しますのです。羽
生! I started to hear many footsteps running down the hallway. Hanyu whirled around as though pivoting on her heel and vanished. In exchange, the hospital door clattered violently open, and my beloved club member friends appeared.
Rika! Rika!
That is the squad.
サトコ。
おいおい、サトコ。リカちゃんは病み上がりなんだぞ。いきなりひっついちゃ。
いいんだよ、ケイチくん。よかった。本当によかった。
Clinging to me, Sudako fell to her knees on the spot and started bawling without hesitation.
おかえり、リカちゃん。私たちは絶対にリカちゃんが帰ってくるって信じてたよ。
ああ、俺たち全員が一つのことを信じたとき、絶対に奇跡が起こるんだからな。高野さんたちとのあのすげえ戦いだって、全員が奇跡を信じたから勝利できたんじゃねえか。
Yeah, that's how things work in this world. I forgot.
必ずリカちゃんが帰ってくるって信じてたよ。毎日お見舞いに来てたんだよ。必ず明日は目覚めるって信じて、毎日お見舞いに来てたんだよ。
監督が言うには、少々記憶に混乱が出てるって話。まさかとは思うけど、おじさんたちのことを忘れちゃいないよね。
Oh, of course not. I don't think there's a world where we could.
サトコとレナ、ケイチのことはわかりますが、ミーのことはわかりませんのです。ミパ
ーン。大丈夫みたいだな。
This was something I couldn't ever have asked before. But just to make absolutely sure this really was my original world, I asked anyway, pretending my memory was still confused.
サトシは来ないのですか？
Sudako gave a somewhat lonely smile and spoke.
ニーニーは一昨年に家出しちゃったきり帰ってこないじゃありませんの。リカったら忘れん坊さんですわね。
Her expression makes my chest tighten. She was definitely the Sudako from my original world.
なるほど。確かに多少記憶が混乱してるみたいだね。一過性だそうだから気にすることはないってさ。寝起きに電話もらったら寝ぼけて変なこと言っちゃうのと同じだそうだから。
Yeah, we've all done it.
そうだね。だって1ヶ月近くもずっと眠ってたお寝坊さんだもんね。
Damn.
その1ヶ月の間、夢を見ていた気がしますです。私たちが心配してたのはよそにずいぶん気楽なことでございますわね。
Yeah, not really.
そこはとっても不思議な世界だった気がします。そこはここと同じひなみ沢なのですが、 いろいろなところが違っていました。まず、圭一がいませんのです。
おいおい、なんだよ。俺だけのけ者かよ。
それは、圭一が鉄砲の事件を起こしていない世界だからなのですよ。圭一があれだけ後悔した、あの事件がない世界。それだけじゃないのです。
I realized this would be my only chance to confess to my own sin. Everyone listened as I told them all about that world. Whenever some small thing was different, they would respond one way or the other about it, but they listened to me seriously. Which is good. I think that's what really helped with things having such a happy conclusion in Chapter 8,
僕がここにいるということは、
and close to a happy solution or conclusion in Chapter 7, was people giving Rika the time of day and truly believing everything she had to say.
その世界とこの世界を天秤にかけ、こっちの世界を選んだからだと思いますです。
それは多分三途の川のこっちと向こうだね。臨死体験ってやつだと思うよ。向こうの世界を選んでいたらリカちゃんは多分帰ってこられなかったね。
Yeah, probably, actually. You know? That would just be death here.
向こうを選べば、
Rika could never come back, so...
僕は帰ってこなかったと思いますのです。
俺たちはみんなリカちゃんが帰ってくるって信じてたぜ。そしてリカちゃんも帰ると信じたから、お互いの手が届き合ったってことなんだろうな。眠りながらリカちゃんも帰ってくるために努力したってことなんだろうと思うぜ。偉い偉い。
Keiichi grinned and patted my head, but it seemed like he was mistaking what I meant. I hadn't returned. I had compared that world to this one, and had chosen this one. Why had I chosen this world? Because this one was more comfortable to be in. Sadako was always with me, everyone in the club was here, and they were nice to me and spoiled me. But all of that was still a world built on top of everyone's sins and misfortune. In other words, I had chosen to sacrifice the others for my own happiness. Shamelessly, self-centeredly, and selfishly. Everyone was fulfilled in that world. Only I wasn't. But I knew that I too could be happy there if I put in the hard work. But at the very end, I had chosen this world. Again, like, yeah, I mean, I brought up a good example, or at least I felt like it was a good example, at the end of the last episode, if you guys want to go and hear that one. But yeah, in that world, everybody didn't have the experiences and tragedies that made who they were in this. But you can also argue that all of these characters are better for it in this world. Not to say that, you know, they're not going to be better off in the other world, but things are just too perfect there. In this world, they are more defined, if you will. And I think that's better for them. I chose the world where I could rest on my laurels atop the suffering and tears of my friends. And honestly, if they all had the choice to return to this world, I would argue that maybe they would. They would want to come back here. I don't know. I mean, Sadako is a little bit of a weird one because she's also very young and she wants her brother and a proper family, I'm sure. She would probably be much more selfish and choose that over, you know, the world that has been fought for here, because holy shit, the tragedy that she's experienced. But I would say the majority would choose to come back here, if you think of it that way, if they also had a choice in the matter.
それはとっても面白そうな世界だね。ありがとう。レナたちのことをせめて夢の中だけでも幸せにしてくれたんだね。
Rena smiled as she said that. Only she seemed to understand what I really meant by what I said.
でもね、もしその2つの世界をレナにも選ばせてもらえるなら、レナはこっちの世界を選んで正解だと思うかな。どうしてなのですか？確かに、レナにとってお母さんの離婚はとっても悲しい出来事だった。そのせいでいろいろなことが変わっちゃったけど、
Exactly.
でもそのおかげで学び取ったた
There
く
it
さんのこ
is.
ともある。だからね、リカちゃんの言う向こうの世界のレイナは、きっとこの世界のレナよりも人間的に劣っていると思う。
And she never would be. Like, sure, a lot of the events that we saw throughout these chapters were a little different, you know? Like in chapter 7, Shion was a lot more present, a lot more around Sodoko. In chapter 8, not as much, though, you know, she still, I'm sure, cared for Sodoko, compared to something like in chapters 2 and 5. But at the end of the day, the characters that we knew there, because of the fated tragedies that occurred, they will always be the same characters, more or less. But in that other world, because none of that shit happened, they never will be. Never in their lives. They're completely different people.
リカちゃんはレナのことをレイナであっても模範的な人間だと夢で思ってくれたようだけど、レナが本当にレイナだった時はあまり尊敬できる人じゃなかった。だからレナはお母さんの離婚はとても辛くて悲しいことだったけど、人生の試練の一つだったんじゃないかなって今は受け入れることができるもん。
Yeah, most people don't have it easy. And the troubles, those those life experiences that we all have to face, they shape us. They do.
人生の試練やあるいは挫折が人を成長させるってのは確かにあるね。
True that.
そうだな。レナの言うのは俺にもわかるぜ。その世界の俺はひなみ沢に来てねえが、多分ろくでもないやつだったと思うぜ。あの事件は確かに俺にとって生涯忘れちゃいけない痛恨の極みだ。俺は死ぬまで反省していかなきゃならないと思う。でもあの事件をきっかけにレナが言うように俺もたくさんの大切なことを学んだ。過去のあの事件をなかったことにできる世界があったらってのは確かに魅力的ではあるかもしれない。でも俺はそんなことを思いはしないぜ。今日という日の前原圭一を積み上げてきた大切な礎の一つだと思ってる。
それを言ったら私もですわ。甘ったれてた以前の私だったらニーニーがいる限りずっと甘え続けていましたもの。ニーニーがいなくならない世界があったらというのは確かに魅力的なお誘いではありますけど、でも甘ったれた私がニーニーと一緒にいても何の意味もないんですもの。なら私はこの世界の方がいいですわ。
Okay, but I'm gonna stick with the argument here that, like, if we asked the Sodoko that, you know, got to experience some time with her family and this and that, I don't know, like, I think she would choose the other world. I don't know, it's a weird circumstance to consider because she is younger and, you know, a child is gonna be a lot more selfish than an adult, I feel, so I don't know. I mean, I guess believe what you feel like you want to believe
今
there.
の自分なら胸を張ってニーニーの帰りを待てますもの。本当にみんなそう思うのですか？罪は消せないとあれだけ悩み苦しんだのに、その罪がないことになっている綺麗な世界を選べる選択肢を自ら拒否するというのですか？うん。レナはこっちの世界の方が尊いと思うよ。どうしてですか？だってこの世界の今日という未来は全員で勝ち取ったんだもん。
Yeah, where the future of the other world is more like a given.
その世界のみんなはただダラダラ生きてるだけでしょ？ダラダラと。それでいて罪なく生きることは罪なのでしょうか？罪じゃないよ。でもこちらの方が尊い。温室で育った苦労知らずの花も美しいと思う。でも風雨や暑さ寒さに耐えて花を咲かせた野花には美しさだけじゃないものが宿るんじゃないかな。レナはそういうものの大切さを言ってるだけ。傷だらけの野花に何を恥じることがあるの？でも温室で育つのと野原で育つのを選べと言われたら。あ、わかった。そこがそもそもリカちゃんの間違いなんだね。だってレナたちは野に芽生えた野花だもの。花を咲かせた後にありえなかった未来を想像してそれと比べるのは何の意味もないことだよ。リカちゃんの話は花より上の 人ならざる存在の目線での話だもん。
Oh, I wonder why.
その2つの世界のどちらが幸せか、それを論じることができるのは、2つの世界を行き来できる神様だけ。でも、リカちゃんという人間は、1つの世界にしか存在しない。そうじゃない。どちらの世界にもいるけど、行き来はできない。野花のリカちゃんも、温室のリカちゃんも、どちらも存在する。そしてどちらも、その世界の運命に従い、胸を張って生きていると思うよ。その時野花が、温室で育ったなら、何も苦労がなかっただろうに、なんていう時点で、それはもうおかしいことなの。根付き芽生えた場所で、精一杯育って、精一杯の花を咲かせる。
I guess it's a
もしも自分が
interesting
大金
way
持ち
of
の家
looking
に
at it.
生まれてたらなーなんて負け犬の寝言もいいところですわよ。そんな妄想する暇があったらまずは安いスーパーを探して小銭を倹約する努力を始めなさいませですわ。
そうだな。そうして自分に胸を張る聡子は、仮に聡子が大金持ちの世界があったとして、そこの聡子と比べたとしても、何も劣っているということはないと思うぞ。
まあ確かに選べるなら大金持ちの方がいいでございますけれども。
リカちゃんは、こうしてこっち側の世界で目が覚めても、まだ迷っているんじゃないかな。
I know I'm not.
本当にこっちでよかったのか。向こうでもよかったんじゃないかなって、未練があるんじゃないかな。
I'm sure the other one is good. Absolutely. Those words were probably the root of these cheerless feelings. I love this world, but I couldn't help but be troubled given the depth of my own sin of abandoning that world and insisting everyone else be sinners. Shouldn't I have chosen that world for the sake of everyone I loved? They've unanimously decided this world was better, but in a way, it was just acceptance, since they hadn't been granted the choice of selecting one of the two. Yeah, honestly, again, you know, Sodoko, if she was in that position, yeah, I don't know. That was why everyone thought positively and went with this world. If they could have actually chosen, they'd all be conflicted too, of course.
やっぱりね。だから、リカちゃんはその、胸の奥にある悲しみが癒せないんだね。
And yet only Rena seemed to have figured everything out.
そうだ。リカちゃんにもわかるように、ゲームで説明してあげるね。ねえ、みーちゃん。今日、飴玉持ってきてなかった？
あるけど
What was she going to do? Then Rena grabbed it with both her hands and stuck them out toward me.
さあ、リカちゃんにプレゼントだよ。どっちの手の中身がいいかな？
みー、外れると罰ゲームになったりはしないのですか？
ほう、そんなのないよ。安心して選んで。
Even considering how we usually did club games, there really were no hints at all. I looked at the size of Rena's fists, but I couldn't begin to guess which had the candy in it. Oh, whatever. Time to test my luck.
では、こっちのグーを選びますのです。
こっちね。はい。
Rena opened her fist and revealed candy. I must have made the right choice.
おめでとう。はい。あーんして。
なのです。
おいしい？
It was the standard but nostalgic taste of strawberry milk. As it shrunk as I rolled it around in my mouth and sucked on it, I couldn't help but give a smile.
美味しいのですよ。ピパ
嬉しい？じゃあ、リカちゃんの世界は幸せだね。
ーン。二択の勝負に勝ったので、とても嬉しいのです。勝利の美酒は美味しいのですよ。
ねえ、リカちゃん、どうして勝利なの？
みー、
Rena showed me her other palm, the one I didn't choose. In her hand, she was holding two pieces of candy. In other words, the one I chose was wrong. At that moment, and this was really obvious, but I immediately realized how merry I had been feeling.
今のその気持ちが、リカちゃんの気持ちの正体に近いんじゃない？異なる世界と比べるという時点で、それが人の身には過ぎたことなんだよ。それを比べ悩むのは神様の仕事。 レナたちの仕事じゃない。与えられる世界は常に一つで、その世界で幸せを見つけるようにできてるの。リカちゃんはその夢の中では二つの世界を行き来できる神様だから、そういう気持ちになってしまう。だからね、反対の手の中なんて気にしちゃダメなの。
I was a witch who had lived 100 years in countless worlds. That was exactly why I had always believed I was special, someone who would overcome millions of choices to gain happiness, that I was able to gain happiness and that I was sure to. But I had it completely backwards. I wasn't any better than anyone else. When it came to finding happiness, I was the worst of them all. Then I remembered how Hanyu had so curtly and quickly told me the other world was a dream. It wasn't a dream, but now that I had chosen, this was reality, and that really was nothing more than a dream. When a cat is in a box, you can imagine two futures, one where it's alive and one where it's dead. This is the typical visual novel has to use this fucking theory shit. When you open it, there's only one future. The other future at that moment becomes no more than a dream. The one who opens it accepts the future inside and lives. Worrying about which of the two futures in the box was better was a job for those who weren't human, those who could interfere with the contents, As a mere human being, I had awkwardly trodden in the world of the gods, which was why I had misunderstood some important things, wasn't it? In that world, Hanyu had regrets. She regretted having used the power of the gods to interfere with my life. And now I finally understood why. She was quite clear about it, she was. She clearly said that people had to live the best they could in their world. I had to stop being this witch. Yeah, I knew now that I was not the witch named Bernkastel, but Rika Furude. My copy had lived for 100 years, bending fate to her whim, and maybe she still exists in some higher dimension than this human world. But that was no longer who I was. I was Rika Furude. In this world, I would live, and in this world, I would seize happiness. I mustn't use that power ever again, which meant I had to make sure not to treat my own life without respect from now on, which meant...
交通事故には気をつけよう。ってことね。
はあそうだな。
そうだよ。もう二度と自転車に乗ってる時はふざけちゃダメだよ。そうね。まったくその通りだわ。そんな当たり前のことも理解してないお子様が魔女気取りなんだもん。そりゃ、全然ダメなわけだわ。
皆さん、とりあえず今日はこのくらいにしてください。リカさんもだいぶ体力が衰えているはずです。もちろん明日以降も面会できますので、今日はこれくらいで休ませてあげましょう。
Coach appeared and clapped his hands together, but my friends weren't finished saying goodbye just yet.
リカ、もう大丈夫ですか？
I think so.
ありがとう。口下手のあんたに代わって、レナが全部説明してくれたわ。もう大丈夫。リカが次に命を落とすとき、僕はその運命を受け入れようと思いますです。そうね。私もそれでいいんじゃないかと思うわ。車道でふざけてるお子様が跳ねられる事故なんて、日本中で毎日起こってる。それがHinamizawaでも起きたってだけのことよ。悔しかったら、私も今度から赤信号は渡らないようにしなきゃ。でも、あんたはそれでいいの？私がいないと寂しくなるって。かつてあれだけダダをこねていたのに。
Yeah, but maybe Hanyu has matured too.
もう大丈夫ですよ。新しい友人ができましたのですから。へえ、誰よ。紹介してよ。教えませんのです。ああ。そういうことか。ということは、私はつまり、フルでリカなのね。リカがそう思うなら、そうなのですよ。ありがとう。何に対してのありがとうですか？
いろいろよ。
After Irie admonished everyone else, they all glumly got ready to go home. Hanyu too was about to disappear, but I clapped my fist into my hand as if remembering something and spoke to her.
ねえ、羽生。
何ですか？
私、向こうの世界であんたに、元の世界に戻れたら、冷蔵庫をシュークリームでいっぱいにしてやるって約束したんだけど、あれって、夢だからチャラなのよね。
Haha.
せめてもの仕返しよ。
リカ、明日のお見舞いに何か持ってきますわ。何か食べたいものはございますの？
確かリカちゃん辛いのが好きだったよね。ゴグラのデパートで韓国食材フェアとかやってなかったっけ？激辛キムチとか売ってなかったかな？
Come on, Rika. You know what you gotta ask for.
甘いのが食べたいです。甘いの？うん。どんなのがいい？
じゃあショートケーキとかみんなで買ってくるか。エンジェルモートのは特にうまいんだよな。
なら、エンジェルモートのシュークリームにしましょうです。安くてもいいから、お腹いっぱい食べたいのですよ。
食べる元気が出てきたのはいいことです。何でもよく食べて元の元気を取り戻していきましょう。では皆さん、面会時間はこれで終わりです。
Everyone began to leave. Hanyu too.
これで貸し借りはなしね。
僕は何も貸してませんのですよ。
そうね。あれは夢だもんね。
おやすみです。リカ、良い夢を。
And I think that's the end of our little story here. Unless... Good night, Rika Furude. And please treat the future you won with care. Thank you. Oh, right. After I get out, the first thing I'll do is go visit my parents' grave. I realized something just now. Why I had to kill my mother to return to this world. The fragment coming out when I killed her, or whatever, wasn't the problem. Choosing a world in which my mother wasn't here was already killing her. Until now, I had chosen this world without feeling any sorrow for it. For killing my mother every time. That was what you wanted me to realize, wasn't it? The sins you feel in me. That's probably one of them. I had stopped respecting my parents, and I finally realized that in the other world. Rika, thank you for realizing. I feel as though the most important sin I felt from you has been cleansed. It'll be okay, Rika. Your hands are not stained with your mother's blood. That was all something I showed you because I wanted to be mean to you for a little. All just a dream. May you forget all of it when you awaken from your slumber. Good night, Rika. Sleep deep, as I dream of how you will color your life in the future. That was nice. That was a nice story. It wasn't anything like crazy or anything like that, but it made you think. And I think when a story makes you think, that's good. I think. Beyond the Sticks is the achievement we got for finishing that chapter, so we were all well and good there. I honestly don't have much more to say in regards to that chapter. I kind of like spilled everything in the last episode, but this episode also brought up some really interesting ideas, which you can completely agree with or disagree with. I don't know. But no, a good chapter nonetheless. And I think a really good start to this. I think we may have peaked, though. I think that might have been the only good one. I think the chapters after this are not as great, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And with that, let's take a look at the next chapter, shall we? Let's see what is in store for us. Yeah, this was the worst option, I guessed. But, I mean, this one, the strongest pursuer of love. What do we got here? Let's read this again because I don't remember what it said. This is a tale of a... Actually, you know what? Let's read what this was. This was a tale of Rika Furude reaching the summer of 1983. Her powers allows her to choose one of many worlds, but is this world truly the best one for her? Yeah, okay, so this... without, spilling the beans on what's going to happen, yeah, that's kind of what happened, isn't it? So this one is a tale of a peculiar dispute over the precious jewels, the Magatama of Fuwarazu, jewels capable of granting mutual love that befalls the club members. People who haven't played Higurashi Daybreak can enjoy this too, whatever the fuck that is. For other pairings, please enjoy Higurashi Daybreak. What is this one? This is the most awful daydream. Within these pages is a Bible of blazing passion for today's modern apathetic youths. Even though it was meant as an after party for Meakashi, it completely ruins the impact of that chapter. Deemed too dangerous for consumption, this legendary scenario was sealed away. Okay, so it's kind of a 50-50 here. I think this one might be the shit one. People keep on saying that there's like a really fucking awful chapter here that they even told me, you don't have to read it. You can just jump over that one. And it makes me worried because from the things I've heard, I don't even know if I want to actually record it or read it. So, but you know what? We must fight on. We must persevere. We will jump into this one first, and we'll get through whatever. Wait, what the fuck? The console version of Hirukowashi is significantly different from the original PC version. It's almost a whole new arc. Which version would you like to play? Fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know if anybody in the comments told me about this. If we play the original PC version, there's probably going to be a lot of lines that aren't voiced because the lines became voiced on the console version, right? Well, shit. Well, I guess this is where Let's Plays can become, very unique in different ways and all that. I'll jump into the original PC version. If you want to check out the alternate console version, that's more reason for you to pick up this game, right? Maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll see what the original PC version has to offer. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Can I even show this? Is this copyrighted? I feel like this might be potentially a copyrighted animation. I don't know if I want to show this. This is weird. I'm definitely going to have the music, off. Yeah, this is like a straight up opening. This is just like an opening sequence with characters that look a little odd. I don't know who this character is, though. This character is different. We've never seen whoever this character is. I don't believe so. But she has a weapon, as all characters seem to be here. Yep, there's a weapon, there's a weapon. There's a weapon, there's another weapon. Everybody's got something, whether it's a gun or a blunt object. Yep, there we go. Yeah, everybody is, fighting in this. Did we, move towards shonen slightly? Maybe? What is this shit? What is going on? Yeah, I'm not showing this, by the way. This is this is going to be completely blocked out because I don't think I'm... There's a reason why I don't show openings. Or at least I try not to. Yeah, I have no idea what to make of all this at all. This opening has told me nothing, actually, of what's to come. I just have, a huge feeling that going forward, nothing is going to be as serious as this chapter that we just finished. That is what I'm assuming here. And I'll stick with it. Oh, yep, no voice acting here whatsoever. Oh, fucking shit. God damn it. Does that mean... Am I going to have to do a lot more talking? Okay, so, fun fact, gamers, I don't like recording visual novels that don't have voice acting because I can't talk for a long period of time straight. I think 30 minutes is my peak, and if I go any further, I risk the chance of losing my voice, I think. That's why sometimes I struggle on some recording sessions because it's just so much fucking talking. Yeah, there's no voice acting here. Shit. I don't know how I feel. I guess I'll have to like see what you guys think in the comments, and if maybe I need to like backtrack a little and do this alternate version of this chapter or something. I don't know. You're in a good mood. You found a new pile of trash at the dam site, didn't you? Yep, that's right. I wonder what's buried in the new pile. Damn, Rena, you got such a deep, manly-ass voice. I predict I will find a cute little treasure. After I get home, I'm going straight there for treasure hunting. Does this say anything? No, we actually get like, I don't think I've ever heard this music before. This is totally different. This is definitely not one I've heard ever, I don't think. Keiichi-kun, wanna come too? Wanna come? Who, me? I still haven't finished all the comics that Mion lent me. Yeah, we're not getting any fucking voice acting for this. It's all fucking me dying over here. Get ready for shorter episode lengths. A girl invites you out, but you would rather read comics. This is what I get for helping a friend in need during club today, huh? No, I'm sorry, I lied. I'm all for treasure hunting. Please allow this one to accompany you on your journey, Rena-san. Club activities today could be summed up as heartless. Every man for himself. Anyone showing weakness was crushed and dropped into last place. I would gladly romp people at an advantage and be romped when the roles were reversed. But today, luck just wasn't in my favor, and the deciding match completely backfired on me. That was when Rena had given me a little help. But you ended up in last anyway. The punishment game is this Sunday, and I can't wait. You helped me so much, and now look at me. I'm worthless. In the end, I couldn't put Rena's help to good use, and that locked me in last place. But it was definitely thanks to her that I could even try going for that big, deciding match to turn things around. If she hadn't helped me out, I would have lost even worse without even having that opportunity. Rena didn't have any responsibility to try and rescue me. Normally, you'd decide that if you couldn't hope for first, you could at least avoid last. If she left me alone, it would have assured my last place finish. She wouldn't gain anything from saving me aside from risk to herself, would she? And yet, she'd help me anyway. That fragment of kindness in the world of our cold, heartless club was sublime, as though the Buddha's nimbus had reached me in hell. The one rule of our club was to fight without pity or mercy. But even amidst that, Rena was the one who always held onto her kindness. She wants everyone to have a good time playing games. You think too highly of me. Rena just hates one-sided games. I mean, anyone would get sulky if they knew they couldn't make a comeback no matter how hard they fought. Well, I guess. After all, once I was locked in for the punishment game, they started taking my clothing measurements without waiting for the end. Ah, crap, what the heck did they need them for? I think you can always make a comeback no matter how bad it gets. Or more like, that's how the world should be. That's why Rena can't help but give a chance to people who are up a creek without a paddle. Rena, you're such a nice person. When you were weak, I knocked you out without mercy, so hearing this pricks my conscience. Rena does it because she wants to. I'm not telling you to do it too. But, well, when Rena is in a pinch, she'd be really happy if you repaid the favor. She would be. Right. I owe you one for today. Well, aside from that, I'll go treasure hunting with you once in a while. Let's meet up at the dam site. Okay. Let's meet at the treasure mountain. After answering with a wide smile, Rena ran off, waving her arm. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see what you guys comment on how I should approach this chapter, if I should do this direction, to where there's no fucking voice acting, or if I should go with the other. I'm cool with whatever we do. And you know what? I'm also going to check out some other playthroughs. I think, what is her name? Rose Matter? I think she did this playthrough, maybe? I hope. I'm going to look and see what she did. Because if she also did this, then, well, I don't know. Maybe I can power through, or do the opposite and provide a different playthrough experience or something. I don't fucking know. But we'll end it there because I'm not prepared for this shit. I'm just not. And, yeah, we'll see what you guys think. See what sort of direction I should go with here. But thank you all for watching this episode. We got through one chapter, 2 more to go here with this game. Hope you all enjoyed what I threw together here. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next episode for whatever wacky chapter this entails.